Alright, Cobra Kai fans, Season 6, Part 1, Electric Boogaloo is now on Netflix, and let me tell you, everybody wants a kung fu fighting! Those kicks, they were far from their mark. Let's just chop right into everything, a brief rundown of events, how this first part of 3 ends and sets up things, theories on what will happen in parts 2 and 3, along with my review of this final season. So grab some snacks, make sure to relieve yourself, and let's get into Season 6 of Cobra Kai. Things kick off after the messy events of Season 5, with Miyagi-Do's senseis going toe-to-fist with Terry Silver, whom is luckily defeated and arrested for his assault on Richard Jewell.
There is a bomb in Centennial Park.
These events take Silver out of the picture, leading to Kreese, who was falsely accused of these same crimes, faking his own death with the old red jello gag, escaping into the unknown, poof, just disappear. With these mildly traumatic events in the rear view, the Miyagi-Do students forget about their rivalries, learning friendship is the most powerful skill out there. Miguel and Sam are together, while Robbie and Tori are the other power couple. Now that we got all that mumbo-jumbo out of the way, this part 1 of 3 is all about Miyagi-Do training for the upcoming Saikai Taikai tournament. If you remember back to Season 5, Terry Silver's big plan was to enter this tournament, win, and open up Cobra Kai dojos as far as the eye could see. Representatives from the tournament even show up in the valley, determining who will represent the US, which turns out to be Miyagi-Do. Let's fast forward a little bit, as this is basically the main crux of Part 1, the Saikai Taikai Mortal Kombat Tournament. First learning that the tournament will be held in
Brazil.
No, it's actually
USSR.
No, you
India.
gotta stop.
Spain.
Actually, yeah, Barcelona, Spain, but unfortunately not everyone gets to go. Only 6 fighters from each team, leading to those newly formed bonds and friendships to be tested once again. As a fair, unbiased way of picking their 6 fighters, Mike Barnes from last season and Daniel's rival in The Karate Kid 3 is called in for the task. While this is happening, of course, we catch up with old Greasy Creasy, having fled to South Korea, meeting up with Kim Dan-eun from Season 5, trying to revive Cobra Kai once again. As things get even stickier, learning that he and Terry Silver's old sensei, Kim Sun-young, fresh out of Kill Bill, is still alive.
What?
Old Creasy's like Rodney Dangerfield, getting no respect out there until he goes on a vision quest for Sun-young, tasked with returning a family Inun Jongdu, aka Knife, he lost years ago. Kreese does this, meeting a snake, learning Johnny Lawrence is what's standing in his and Cobra Kai's way of total world domination. Lastly, Daniel-san learns sweet old innocent Mr. Miyagi may have had a nefarious side to him after discovering a hidden chest under the floorboards of his dojo with a passport sporting a different first name, Keisuke instead of Nariyoshi, and an article stating Miyagi was involved in an assault and theft of a priceless necklace back in 1947. All of this is a huge surprise to Daniel-san and the others, leading him to a boxing gym where he learns that the article may in fact be true, learning Miyagi fled the United States to China after leaving Japan to the US, causing Daniel to question whether or not he really knew Mr. Miyagi.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Those are pretty much the main things going down in these 5 episodes, aside from the usual teen drama and angst that's sprinkled in from relationship troubles to picking what college that they will attend next year, and so forth. Now, as the dust settles with Miyagi-Do going through Barnes' trials and tribulations, the final 6 fighters representing Miyagi-Do are finalized. Miguel, Sam, Robbie, Tori, Devin Lee, Dimitri, with the 2 captains representing them in the final round of the Saikai Taikai being Robbie and Sam. A solid team to go up against whoever is waiting for them in Barcelona. However,
Breaking news!
It's learned Tori's mother had just died without time for Tori to even process it. She's falling into the dark side of anger, basically what Cobra Kai used to be when she's fighting. Daniel, Johnny, and the others think it's a smart idea for Tori to sit this one out, despite her wanting to win for her mother. In doing so, Hawk is then swapped out for Tori. The Chosen Six with Senseis Daniel and Johnny arrive at the Saikai Taikai tournament, and everything is rainbow and sunshine. Psych, as a new Cobra Kai steps up to the mat with their handful of fighters, and Sensei's Kim Daeun and all greasy creasy. This looks like the culmination of rivalry will be decided in the tournament, especially since Kreese's secret weapon just so happens to be Tori.
What a twist!
However, there is one final little snag. Do you remember that hidden chest of Mr. Miyagi's belongings I mentioned earlier? Yeah, well, Daniel, upon anointing Miyagi-Do's two captains with their official Saikai Taikai headbands, the logo design reminds Daniel of something. Rushing back to the chest of belongings, Daniel finds an old, decrepit headband sporting the same design, covered in bloodstains. Mr. Miyagi fought in the Saikai Taikai tournament. Daniel never knew this side of him, and it appears Miyagi-Do is once again following in the steps of their original sensei. Obviously, part 1 ends with a handful of delicious cliffhangers, so to be honest, I haven't a damn clue where the next 10 episodes will go. But I want to say that part 2, the next 5 episodes, will probably solely be the Saikai Taikai tournament, which seems like they'll have to stretch things to fit the 5-episode runtime. Sprinkling in the ongoings of the other members who didn't make it to the tournament could be another storyline to play with, but aside from college troubles, I don't really see that being too exciting. What I think will happen and spice things up is more revelations of Mr. Miyagi. There's the sketchy past different name and fighting in a previous Saikai Taikai tournament, all being, a mystery. My initial guess is that Miyagi either knew or is related to or potentially fought Master Kim Sung-ung back in the day. This would put a nice little bow on top of this forever long rivalry, how Miyagi and Cobra Kai always have to square off, and this caused him to be set up for the crimes that were mentioned in the 1947 article. However, the for sure thing that will happen in either part 2 or part 3 is further learning of Miyagi, and the Keisuke first name is how they completely tie together the Karate Kid and Cobra Kai franchises into a one cohesive franchise. Because the opening of the 1994 The Next Karate Kid movie, Miyagi is referred to as Keisuke.
The citation will be accepted on our behalf by Sergeant Keisuke Miyagi.
So what a wonderful surprise it would be for Hilary Swank to make an appearance in some capacity. I mean, she's like the only legacy character not yet rolled into Cobra Kai. But going one further, 2010's The Karate Kid isn't tied into this universe at all, despite a new Karate Kid movie set to release in 2025, starring both Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. How, what, why, who cares? But this made me think even further, and potentially Hilary Swank is the big Part 2 cameo, while Jackie Chan is the final tease in Part 3. All of this is explained with the Chinese coin Chosen finds in Miyagi's hidden chest, along with the rumor that he fled to China. 2010's The Karate Kid takes place in Beijing, China, so it's an easy 2-sentence explanation that Jackie Chan's Mr. Han knew or trained with Mr. Miyagi, which in turn sets up the ending of Cobra Kai, leading directly into the new Karate Kid movie coming out in 2025. It's all speculation, but come on, let me know your thoughts or theories on parts 2 and 3 in the comments. I thought part 1 was a nice tease to get us back into the Cobra Kai mood. I'm gonna wait to give a full review of this season after part 3, but it definitely feels like it's time to hang up the gi. The kids are straight up adults now, and any of the drama in these first 5 episodes feels way more in line with an ABC Family teenage drama. Heck, even some of the fight choreo has, it's a little rough. Overall, I think it's a good launch pad to get us to the conclusion of Cobra Kai, though. Let me know what your thoughts were of part 1 in the comments. Did it work for you? Not so much. What theories or ideas do you have for parts 2 and 3? Drop anything and everything in the comments below. As always, a massive thank you to everyone for stopping by. I appreciate you so much because I have a job because of you. So thank you for watching these videos. Peace out. Stay safe. I know a lot of you probably need to drink some water. Okay, bye.